Hey guys, MCU Collector here with another figure review. Next up is the Hasbro Marvel Legends series, the Retro Marvel Universe, or Vintage, or, Retro Avengers, however you want to call it, but this is the Walmart exclusive Quicksilver. This one was shipped quickly. Walmart, put it up on the CollectorCon on Thursday, and it arrived Friday. It came the very next day. So that was pretty cool to see something super fast. I ordered two, keep one on card, put on the wall, and then one to open and review for you guys. Typically, the trick with Walmart is, on retro cards, because they'll mess them up, is if you mark it as a gift, they're supposed to ship it out in the box. They don't always. So I got my two in a padded envelope. Luckily, they both came in pretty good shape. This one is just minor dinged corner and things like that. Not a big deal at all. But you always run a risk with Walmart, so I wish they would get better. So if something is marked as a gift, that it actually ships out in a box, because those are their rules on the site. But luckily mine came in good. Hopefully your guys did too. But we get Quicksilver call out there. We have the figure there. He's got open hands, and then he's got fists. He did not come with the straight out running hands. Why? I have no idea. I'm sure I have another figure that has white hands. I'm not going to dig through all my accessories to try and find that. I do have the Family Matters 3-pack Quicksilver. So his boots and gloves were not white. They're a pearlescent metallic plastic. I will put these hands on there. As you can see with bright light, it's probably not going to make too big a difference. But I will do that, and we'll do a full-on comparison with this one, obviously. But without further ado, let's go ahead and look at the back of the package. There, the call-out or bio reads, along with his twin sister, the Scarlet Witch, the speedster Quicksilver joined the Avengers after leaving Magneto's Brotherhood of Evil Mutants. So there we go. Let's get Pietro Maximoff out of the package. Hey guys, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and help me reach my goal of 50,000 subscribers by the end of the year. Just this morning, we reached 48,000, so we're getting so close. If you're a fan of my action figure reviews and want to keep seeing more, make sure to hit that subscribe button now. Okay, so here is the Quicksilver figure out of the package, and yeah, it's a good one. If you have the Family Matters 3-pack in blue, you may not need this Quicksilver, but if you needed Quicksilver, this is definitely the one to get. Probably the easiest one to get, too, because it's a single release. I really like the blue, but hey, this one is pinless, so that makes for more sturdy elbows, more sturdy knees, so that is awesome. The green, very classic look. If you want an Avengers look also, you kind of have the green. I, myself, prefer the light blue. I think the blue looks better. The green is okay, but when I think of Quicksilver and speed, I don't think green. I think blue as a blur. But hey, the green is cool. So let's go ahead and give him for a closer look, and we'll take a look at the articulation, and we'll do some side-by-side comparisons. Okay, so here's a close-up look at the Quicksilver head sculpt. It is not the same head sculpt as the previous one. They are very similar, yes. As you can see, we see the same wrinkles and stuff like that. But it is not the same. Obviously, the hair was different, but that's easy, right? They could just swap out the hair since the hair and the head are not the same. If you look at the ears are very similar, but look at the structure of the face. Just larger cheekbone here, comes out a little bit further than this one. The big tail is going to be like in the back of the head when it comes to the hair. To me, it's very similar, but it is a different head sculpt. Maybe I'm wrong on that, but I think it's a different head sculpt. It just looks wider, right? So I think that's the difference. Looking at the lightning bolt, we see a little bit different. It looks a little bit thicker on the green, and then not as many of the wavy lines as the blue one. But, they both look good. Other than that, that's really going to be the only difference. And then the green, kind of the rounded collar that we got there. Along with that rounded collar, though, one thing that sucks is if you look, and then this is actually, you'll notice this in the promo images as well. You see that seam line on that torso? Because they had to paint the skin tone, it just went surface level and not like on the sides. That green sticks out. I think it's ugly as hell, and I hate that it's like that. It's not as bad on the left side, but the right side is really bad. And if you look at the promo images, you'll see on that right side, you can see that seam ever so slightly. And it sucks that it's poorly painted like that. Not only that is, I have a red dot on my chin. The other one that I got actually has a black dot on his chin. Not exactly in the same place. So there's some QC issues when it comes to that. Not that big of a deal, but it is something noticeable. It's probably something that could be removed. So just a heads up on that. Pinless to go all the way around. Essentially the same exact body. They were able to convert the same sculpt into pinless. So I don't know how the molding process works, all of that. But it is the same sculpt, not mold, same sculpt, but pinless. So that's something that they did, I don't know, year and a half ago or whatever it is. But that's the only difference between the two. Painted neck, design on the lightning strike, a little bit different. I think I want to say new head sculpt. The hair is different as well. We get a lighter color. The eyebrows are a little bit more of a realistic grayish color, whereas they were just like straight up white on the previous one. So face paint, obviously much better because now we have the digital print, so that you can add in a whole lot more details. Just better all the way around. So there we go. Quicksilver there in his green suit. That looks pretty good. Let's compare, I guess, to the back. Yeah, same thing, just kind of thicker waves there, but still looks good. Now let's go ahead and check out the articulation. Nothing new here, but is good what we got. Okay, so articulation-wise, Quicksilver's head is on a disc hinge, so he can look all the way up that much, which is great. He can look all the way down that much, which is good. Full rotation in that head, you're not going to get any pivot going on in that head sculpt. The shoulder, you can get the shoulder to go straight on out like so. You get it's a little stiff in there. You get a full rotation in there. Butterfly joint that goes back nice and very far, which is great. And then coming forward, we get a fair amount so we could do some good crossbody going there. We got an upper bicep swivel in there. Double jointed pinless elbow gives you that much bend there at the elbow, so that is good. There, wrist swivel, and they do hinge. Standard horizontal hinge on the open hands as well as the fists that he comes with. So those are the only accessories. He's a little bare on the accessories. It wouldn't have hurt to give us one extra set of hands. Hasbro, why? I don't know why or how those decisions are made. It's a weird one. I don't necessarily mind these hands because I think that, yes, can still work for running, but because he's a speedster, he should have them a little bit more out so he can kind of cut through the air a little bit. But is what it is, I guess. But should have come with them. Would have been nice, but unfortunate. That shoulder's a little bit stiff on mine. Nice ab crunch, so he can crunch forward that much there. It's very tight to where you hear that full ratchet. Which is great. And so going back that much there. Did I do going forward? Going forward that much there. Waist swivel in there. Legs go out that far apart. He can kick forward that far, so that is great. The leg goes back ever so slightly, very, very minimal. You got an upper thigh cut in there. Double jointed pinless knee, nice and sturdy at the knee, a little stiff, but it works out perfectly good there. You get boot swivel right mid-calf, foot hinges down. You get some hinge up, ankle pivot, peg holes at the bottom of the feet. All the articulation that we can want. Now, in the VHS Spider-Man 2-pack with, who did that latest 2-pack come with Vulture, people have talked about this as if it were a new thing. So this body has been used many years. It was first used on the all-new, all-different Spider-Man 2099 figure in the, I want to say the Sandman Build-A-Figure wave. People call it the Sunfire body, one and the same. The Spider-Man 2099 technically came out before Sunfire, so that's why I call it that. This has always been a thing on the figure. The shoulders. The shoulders are very low. That's always been a thing. People make it seem as if it's a new thing. Unless I'm completely wrong on that and not remembering correctly, the low shoulders, always been a thing. Many years now. But on the Spider-Man, they seem to have like, oh, why did they get these new shoulders that look so terribly bad? No, I mean, that's always kind of a thing. That's like, if you look at Renew Your Vows, don't those shoulders look pretty low there too? Like, I don't understand. I don't get it. Like, it's the same thing. They're a little bit bulkier on Renew Your Vows, yes, because of the hinge. So if you look, because that hinge comes out so far to allow some crazy movement on that shoulder going up, you lose a little bit of space in there, and maybe that's what people are talking about, but that's, again, always been a thing, and I understand that makes it worse, but it allows more functionality out of the shoulder, so maybe that's the trade-off. You know, the look is a little ugly, but the trade-off is you get a lot of good range of motion in there, but again, always been a thing. Always. I don't know, and I guess at some point they added a peg hole to the back. People also seem to hate that. Like, it's at the back of the figure. Who cares? And what that does allow for is certain types of old flight stands you could be able to plug in to the back of the figure to display it that way. That gives you that option here. It's not something that bothers me, but I know it does bother some folks. So if you're one of them and it bothers you, let me know down in the comments below. I'm curious as to hear your reasons why, other than, yes, it is unsightly. But beyond that, it's at the back of the figure. Are you really going to see it very often? Probably not. What I do want to show you guys at this one is we're going to do some head swaps because I don't typically do head swaps and people get mad that when I don't do them. And some are more obvious than others and I still miss them because, again, I don't typically just think about them. So we're going to swap these two so you can see. And let's see. So, yeah, there we go. See, the heads just don't look the same size. I think this could work, especially on the blue one. It works a little bit better. The head does seem to sit a little bit higher on the neck. I don't think that's a bad thing. This one could work, except the skin tone isn't exactly a match. Although certain lighting, it's probably not going to matter, but you can see it's a little bit darker. So that's just kind of something there. So you guys let me know down in the comments below. What do you think of those head swaps? I'm going to swap them back around, though, and then let's do a hand swap, so we can see what this Quicksilver in green would look like if he had these hands that Hasbro, for whatever reason, did not include, but should have. So let's get those, move those around. And again, they're not the same color, but under bright lights, maybe you can make it work. You can fudge it. So if it's bright enough or farther away enough, it's noticeable. Yeah, it's noticeable. But I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's you know, it's not good. Yeah, but you know, it's something. So you can get him, you know, just a little quick little running pose. You could do it. He should have come with these hands. He really should have. I'm sure there's a figure out there. Off the top of my head, I can't remember all like 2,000 figures that Marvel Legends has released at this point. But there are hands out there that you would be able to use. I just don't have any at the top of my mind. But there's some out there that would definitely work. But again, yes, Hasbro should have included them. Okay, so bringing the family together, the Brotherhood of Evil Mutants, we got our Scarlet Witch and Magneto. These are specifically the ones from the Family Matters 3-pack that was exclusive to Amazon, I believe it was. So we have that there. You just swap out. That was the original, of course. A really good Scarlet Witch head sculpt on that, by the way. And that was pre-digital print. And Hasbro did a fantastic job. And I would say that's probably better than a lot of the digital print head sculpt faces that we get nowadays. So this was a very good 3-pack that I think a lot of people slept on. I think even went on sale a couple of times, and then it sold out, and then a lot of people ended up wanting it. We've since gotten a better Magneto, like in the X-Men 97 one, that could work for comic, of course. And now we have this Quicksilver versus the blue one. And then Scarlet Witch, we had the retro-carded one, which I do think ended up being a little bit better than this one. Although I really like the colors of this one, so, you know, there is that. Okay, and how about an Avengers look? I just brought out Captain America, Hawkeye, and Iron Man because they were easy for me to get a hold of and be able to add in here. So there we go. So Avengers, Quicksilver, and Wanda decided, Pietro, Maximoff, Wanda Maximoff, decided to leave their father Magneto, the Brotherhood of Evil Mutants, and join the Avengers. So here we have them here with the Avengers. And at one time, Crystal actually got married with Pietro Maximoff, and I don't know why I didn't show Quicksilver when I did the review for Crystal and the Inhumans, you know, with the 2-pack with Lockjaw. But here you can have those two, but I don't know how often he was in the green, wearing the green when he was with Crystal, but if you wanted to do the blue, you know, because I didn't do this before, there you go. But I thought I'd show these two side by side for you guys there. Here we go. Okay, so that is my review of the Quicksilver figure. You guys let me know down in the comments below, what do you think of it? Is this one that you're picking up to either keep on card or to rip that bad boy open and display with either your Avengers or your Evil Brotherhood, the Brotherhood of Evil Mutants? Let me know down in the comments below. I'll have a link in the video description below to the Walmart listing. I believe it's still in stock. I could be wrong on that. Last I saw it was still in stock, but that was yesterday. So link in the video description below if you're looking to pick up this Quicksilver. And again, it should be in stock because I ordered it one day and it arrived the next day. I even saw somebody on Facebook posted that they ordered it in the morning and they got it delivered that same very day. So all kinds of crazy stuff going on. So if you want to get your hands on the Quicksilver, link in the video description below. Let me know what you guys think of it as well down in the comments. If you guys like this video, please do me a favor, hit that thumbs up button, subscribe if you haven't already done so, and as always, thank you for watching.